everyone, welcome back. Dev Spider here. So we had some audio issues. I'm having to voice this over instead of just having it record while I play. OBS, NVIDIA, and everything else had like a big clash of whatever, and it failed to actually record. It turned my mic off and still showed that it was operating properly. So we're gonna do the best we can here. So we just finished a fight, jumped into the water after going into Umbral form. So we're fighting an imp right here to grab some treasure loot from the right here. Now you can come back to this side last. You don't have to come this way first because it's also the way we're going to leave the area. Then we're going to head up this hill. There's a path going left and a path going right. They both just take you back to the shortcuts, and there's one body here to get Umbral scourings off of. Like I said, there's two paths right here. We're going to head to the top. You can transform out of Umbral right here if you need to. But if you drop off right here, it's just that canyon we came through on a previous episode a long time ago. Then we're going to head back down. It's really easy to miss this other path, but you can just keep going to the left right there, hugging the wall. It'll take you up and around. Again, this is just another shortcut path. There's really nothing up here to loot or get. So right here, this will drop you right at the front gate where we first climbed the ladder to enter the fife. And then from here, we're going to head all the way back down to the lake where we first dropped into it, right next to where we fought the Light Reaper. And just push our way into that farther back area. Right, from here, like I said, we're just keep pushing into this area to see what else we can find. This is a pretty short area right here. There is some saintly quintessence here, so make sure you come back here and grab this. And we will be invaded here. I believe I finally caught an invasion on the video. We will lose the fight though, and you'll see why. Alright, so here I'm just looking around. So there's tendrils blocking the door, so we need to find those and open the door. There's three different paths right here. So there's one right here on the left you can open by pulling on the body. There's one to the right that's going to take you back to some loot. So back here some loot. There's also one of the leftover pumpkins from the Halloween pumpkin head event. Unfortunately, we did not get time to complete that. I had to go out of town for a little bit, so I didn't manage to record it. It's still worth looting them, that you do get rewards. Like right there, we got 2 Umbral scourings. And then we got the beast axe. And then you have to dispatch 3 imps right here, I believe. Look, there's a third one. He's kind of hard to see. From here, you're going to want to take the leftmost door. Coming to here, as you can see, there's treasure on the right side. We have a moth queen creature right here. Just dispatch her as quickly and cleanly as you can. This one likes to get stuck on top of the rocks, so you might want to soul pull her back off the rocks so you can reach her, unless you're an archer or a mage. I kill these as often as I can. They drop a lot of vigor, plus they give really good loot as far as dropping you seeds and other items. Right here's the other tendril that you need to pull. Then grab this loot. It's going to give a rebirth chrysalis. So if you hadn't respec like we did in the last video where we changed all of our settings and took points out of agility because our last sword needed a lot of agility, so we took out 50 points from agility and put those into radiance and extra points into strength, since our current sword uses radiant strength modifiers. There's a saintly quintessence right there in front of us, and one of the big rock guys. Should be familiar with those by this point. Should have fought quite a few. And like always, only attack him from behind or wait for his face to open, then just do a soul play on him. Doing a really poor showing here. If I'd done a clean fight and got this done faster, we might have stood a chance, as we're now being invaded by Sorgashi. Yeah, Sorgashi. Now this guy is super strong. Like, he's going to come in here and just absolutely destroy me. I also had no idea where he's coming from because I'm not familiar with this area. It's my first time here. So I thought there was another path that he would come from. I didn't know that they could open doors when they invade you, so he's going to actually come from behind us. We're not even going to get to see him until we die. And I'm really still not positive what he shoots me with, so we'll find out here in just a second. I think it was a bow. And I want to say he killed me in 2 or 3 shots. So right there, I just give it up. We got 2 shots, and I'm down. So maybe he was using spears, but because that's what's on his back. But yeah, if you follow the channel, Sorgashi, like please let me know what you're using, or if you want, jump in Discord with me one day and we'll go over it, make a video of it. If you don't mind sharing your stats and build, because you're probably the strongest person I've ever. I wouldn't even say I fought against you. I just died to. So we're gonna die here, and I'm gonna run back. All right, so we're back over in the air. We got to re-clear these mobs. If you do die over here from an invasion or to one of the mobs, just know that if you want to recover your Vigor, maybe you had a ton of it left over after the boss fight because you're just playing straight through. It's going to actually move the Vigor over to the paths that we took the first time. So when you drop into the river, the lake, whatever you want to call it, instead of making a left to come here, make a right, and it should be on the top of the banks there. Then we can grab the leftover loot and get the Saintly Quintessence, and that's all that I know that is in this area. I ran around every wall, hitting on the walls, tried searching for other paths, didn't find any other way to go here. So like I said, we're just going to head back up here to the banks. You can see our Vigor is right in front of us, so we're going to recover that. And then we'll take the right path, so we'll go to the top, make a right, go all the way back out, run back to the vestige for this area. Alright, and we made it back to the vestige, so it's time to move on. Like I said, it's always a good idea to warp back, check on the NPCs at Skyrest Bridge, make sure nothing changes. So here we're going to upgrade the Sanguinarics one more time. Now it looks like we're heading to the Memorial Vestige. Anybody who doesn't remember, I go over this in the video, but to get to the Memorial Vestige, it was a higher level area, because everybody... If you watch the earlier videos, you know I kind of went in the wrong direction. Granted, there is no linear direction you have to go for the most part. It's just the mobs are going to be way stronger than you are at the time. But to get to this one, you're going to go through that locked door at the Bellroom Sanctuary. It's right next to the vestige for the Bellroom. Walk through there, fight your way across. When you get to the top, there what should be a mini-boss. If you make a left, you'll find the mini-boss with a hammer and a helmet on his head. If you go that way, you'll come back out on Pilgrim's Perch. If you go the other way, you'll get up here to the Memorial Vestige. So as we come down here to this mound, you're going to see there's one of those giant knights on top. He's also got a crossbowman to his left. There's also a hound sleeping below the crossbow guy. There's also a parasite between them, so go ahead and take the parasite out first. Then you're going to circle around or dodge the knight and go straight for the crossbowman, then the dog, and then take the knight out. In this case, the dog was stuck on the mound wall, so he couldn't get to us. The large knight dropped a large Durium shard and a rune. And we've already looted most of this area in the previous video, so we won't see any loot for just a minute. Right here in front of us, we're going to have a bunch of those guys praying, and 2 of the avowed, I don't know what you call them, knights. The little ones. So make sure you take out their parasite and dispatch them quickly. The prayer guys are mostly just there to be in your way, slow you down, make targeting a little bit harder. That's why I like the free swing. And if you swing just right when there's a lot of mobs around you, as you've seen in my previous videos, you can hit, I don't know, 5-6 people in one go just by rotating. Then in front of us is one of those paladin guys. So this guy is super easy now. I can't remember if I can one-shot this one or not. Like I said, I'm really, really high level just because of editing videos, waiting on them to upload. All I do is just sit there and farm Vigor because I can't record at the same time because it's too much CPU and graphics card usage. So with him down, we can move forward from here. Now I really do enjoy this new sword. The damage on it's pretty great. And I did find out too while experimenting with weapons, if anybody was interested, you can dual wield grand swords. So sometimes I call them great swords, but they're actually grand swords. I think they're actually meant to be two-handed, but you can you can dual wield them. The weight requirements are extreme though, so you'd probably have to use the rune to reduce the weight on one. So here you're going to want to ease in, bait the hound out to you because of the archer above, or rush the archer. Personally, I like to play it safe when I don't know what's coming up next, which is this case here. I did come here once before, but I couldn't remember. It's been so long since we've been here. And fighting on ledges and stairs like that it's a pain. If you fall off, it just cancels your attack, throws you into the animation of falling. And if anybody wonders why I pull my lamp out constantly a lot, it's to pull the Vigor in. So if you hold your lamp out and then you hit right button, you can actually pull souls to you. So you don't have to run around and collect them. And then we just got rid of a Mimic right here. And there's some treasure hiding on this rock wall. We'll grab that in a second. Mimic gave us a Lucky Paw and a Vestige Moth. And then right there is just more ammunition satchel and a Mana Stone cluster. On this guy, we're going to get an enhanced remembrance, or what is that, radiance burst parchment. Sorry guys, it's hard for me to see. I'm having to watch like a tiny screen while trying to voice this over. These guys are also being protected by a parasite, so we're going to have to kill that off. Again, the guys praying are just there to be in your way and to mess with your aiming, so you just can't quick change. So right here we'll get rid of the parasite hiding in the crate. Go to the top, we'll get rid of the crossbow guy. Then drop down and get rid of the knight. I want to say he's an avowed knight. I think that's what they drop. And then that loot right there was just another ammunition satchel and a Mana Stone cluster. Down below us right here, we're looking at the fact that there's 2 heavy knights. So I think we're going to go ahead and transform because there's an Umbral point right here that we can swap back. And then right there we've got the Hungering Knot. So that's either going to be a Umbral catalyst or an Umbral spell, most likely. So the only threat here is these 2 heavy knights. To the left, there are going to be some guys praying. To the right will be more guys praying. I'm going to dispatch them just because I'm not sure that there aren't mages hiding within them. And then as you can see, these guys have a parasite guarding them as well. So we're going to take a hit just in order to get rid of that parasite. That's some of those guys down. We're now free to loot, and you can see there's some treasure right there if you go to Umbral form on that left side wall. That piece of loot's just dropped by the guys that we wiped out. And then right here is Holy Ward times 2. It's another good tip that I found out in one of our later videos. You can actually go into Umbral form and still interact with a bunch of stuff, so you can actually walk out on like certain ledges and things. Hopefully I haven't missed too much behind us on that. I do later on find out where to get the Skyrest Key Bridge because I missed that because I didn't realize I should have been using the Umbral form without actually going into it. So right there we just got the Umbral Eye of Loash. Here we have a ladder on the right, nothing to do on the left. So we're going to go back and swap back to our normal form so we have our Umbral form in case we die and need to resurrect. Then it'll be time to head back up the ladder. There's nothing in this room, so we need to just keep pushing forward. I didn't see any way to get to the top or any way to drop to the bottom. I mean, well, you can drop to the bottom, but I'm pretty sure you will die. I don't see any doors down there or any way out, so I'm pretty sure if you run out the bottom of this ramp, it's just the end of you. I didn't test that, so if anybody knows better than that, let me know. But like I said, I sat here and scanned it for a while. I couldn't see anything, so I just moved on. Good, so here we are back on the top of Skyrest Bridge. So we're going to take out these crossbow guys, but they're being protected by a parasite at the bottom in between two more crossbow guys, and there's a crossbow guy on the left and the right on the top. And there's nothing else out here that I can recall. We're just going to push down forward farther. Dispatch the other two crossbow guys if we didn't already. And we're going to get rid of the paladin that's down there. He's super squishy. And then we'll take a left door to head back inside of the tower, climb up to it. I know for a fact this paladin's super weak, so you don't have to worry about him. We hit him for about 989. Took him out in one swing. So we're going to go inside this tower here and then make our way up. Once you get to the top, just take this ladder up to the top, the very top of the bridge. Right here we're going to find a pure blade mace and a pure blade shield. Right here, you're going to kick the ladder down. And this will bring us down. If you hadn't looted it yet, there's a treasure chest there, but we went over that in the first boss fight video when we took out, I can't pronounce her name right, but I'm going to say Pita, like pita bread, I don't know. But when we took her out, we went to the top of the stairs, you can get that treasure chest in. Then from there, we're going to head back down to the Skyrest Bridge, talk to all the NPCs, rest up. I think we broke his quest line because we killed the hammer guy before he moved to this spot.
I've given you so far.
So if anybody knows how to complete it, if you've already killed those hammer guys, let me know. But if you have to find any mobs that'll drop me his book.
When I was attacked by some barbarian with a hammer, more animal than man. He fled when he saw he was no match for me. But only now do I realize I must have dropped my book of lineage during the fight. I won't have.
Now, looks like this might be the first time we actually ran into this.
Disrespected in the dirt somewhere. Find it and bring it back to me.
So he wants us to fetch his book of lineage. And I'll talk about it later on in the future episodes, but yeah, to this day I've yet to find it. And I'm probably 8-9 episodes after this point. I just, again, working on editing them, plus I have to voice everything over now. Alright guys, we're back here at the Memorial Vestige right now. I'm about to backtrack back down to where the Bell Helm guy, the first mini-boss one of them, spawns. So if you've already hit this vestige, you can teleport from the back way here. But if you've already killed him and you just got that quest that you just got to find the guy's lineage book, I think that mini-boss is the one that's going to drop the book. Because he says above, and that's the only place I can think of because it's at the top of Pilgrim's Perch. So once you've dispatched the one crossbow guy and the 2 or 3 dogs, there's going to be another dog sleeping on the right side right here. Now when you first come here again, you're going to be coming from the opposite direction, so be careful. And you're very good chance you'll be a lot lower level if you came here early like I did. So again, be super careful. These guys are pretty strong the first time I came here. So then we're going to make our way down the stairs here. There's going to be a crossbow guy here. There's another crossbow guy to our left and below us. And right in front of us is one of the Ardent Pentient Cage guys. And this one's one of the souped up ones, so he's really, really strong compared to the others. I think you might actually kill this guy. Yep. Now this Ardent guy will follow you all over the place, so be really, really careful. So as you can see right here, we're hitting for 1100, 1300, 1300 damage. So he's got about, I don't know, 3,800 points to get him half life. So, I don't know, 8,000 hit point. Then you'll dispatch this Heavy Knight. Right here to the left, I'll stop and pause for a second. Yeah, right here where we're standing, that's a seed patch if you need to plant a seed, if you're coming from below. Again, if you go through this hallway that we're currently facing, that's going to take you all the way back down to the Bellroom Vestige. And then if you come right here around this big cage area, where you can see the seed patch right behind where my guy is now standing. First time you come here, there's going to be a guy with a giant hammer and a bell helmet on. And it'll be your first time facing one of those guys. And I think he's the one that's going to drop the lineage book. But like I said, I came this way first a long time ago. But I was back up here searching really quick just to let y'all know that's the main reason we're here. One, so you can find the path and where to go. But two, so you also know that I came back up here, I looked, and I could not find that book anywhere. Now at the top of these stairs and in the back of this hallway, there's a treasure chest, so if you haven't been here yet, make sure you grab it. And if you come back out here on this ledge, you're back on Pilgrim's Perch. This will also allow you to get the shortcut ladder that will take you straight to and from the Bellroom Vestige. And then this will let you take the path to go up to, I think it's called the Pathway Vestige. And you can see me, I'm running straight to where the shortcut ladder is. Again, more seed patches to plant. But if this is your first time here, kick this ladder down, climb down it, go through that door, make a right. You should know where you're at that point, and you'll be at the Bellroom Vestige. And I'm going to include this in the video really fast too. I did come back to the Leprosarium and killed the hammer guy that's in the room above the kitchen, just to see if he would drop the item. He did not drop the book. So again, if anybody knows what the book is, or if I did it out of order, maybe I can't do it now, just let me know in comments. I'm pretty sure I can't do it, but we still have one more zone left to clear from my latest videos that will be out here shortly. So hopefully this saves some people some time where you don't come up here, run around and kill every hammer guy and go to every hammer spot that you can think of. So we're back in this room, this church. So you can see there's a hammer guy here. We're going to take him out. We've done this before in a previous video. The one thing to note about this room, and again, he does not drop the book, but in this room, in between these two doors to my right now, that is where you can find an the anti-Divulian chisel to upgrade your lamp. You just have to go to form to do so. So right there is where you would get the chisel from. Alright everybody, so we're back at the Abbey now, so we took the Vestige to the Abbey. If you haven't made it this far yet, it's right after the first boss fight you get to the Abbey. So from here we can talk to the peddler, see what kind of stuff he has for us to buy. I didn't see anything there that I wanted, so I didn't buy anything from him. I did try talking to him too to make sure there wasn't any extra quest lines or anything else that were missing from him. And the only path we have left to go is the one that's right to his left. Oh, my bad. We're actually on this one. Like I said, again, I'm doing a voiceover, so it's hard to remember what we're doing. We're not actually going into the Abbey this time all the way. I think that's the next episode. We're actually heading down back to the Tower of Penance. This is the closest vestige I have to the Tower of Penance. So we're going to just run by all the mobs, get down here to the bottom. Go into the tower. We're going to start our way back from the top and work our way back to the bottom of the tower. On the way back down, we're going to find 2 treasure chests that I missed on my previous episode of clearing the tower. And those treasure chests are located pretty much at the very top of the tower. So if you haven't gotten those, you might want to go back and get them. They are full gear. And from there, then I think we're going to the next boss fight that we quit at the last time that we came to the tower. So here we made our way back across the bridge, went ahead and planted a seed just so we'd have a good respawn point. Then we're going to make our way around here to the left side of the tower. Go back to the lift, find the lever, activate the lever, get on the lift, go back to the top. So we made it back in the top of the tower. We're going to start working our way back down to the bottom. Remember, most of the tower has to be cleared while you're in Umbral form. So do your best not to fall off or you will die. There are 2 or 3 spots where you're going to run into the Pentient Cage guys that can probably one-shot most people. Right here, if you didn't know, we'll go over this tip too. If you look at those red explosive things on the walls, if you hold your lantern up and then you hold down right button, you can explode them remotely. So if anybody recalls, the first time I cleared the tower, the reason I didn't find these chests, the main reason is I fell off, I think 2 times on my way down. And then I just made my way down to the bottom of the boss because I thought I'd gotten everything. So if you take your time, it's pretty easy to get through here. Anytime you see a wall that needs smashing, like right here in front of us, there's going to be one of those Pentient Cage guys that's behind it. The hardest part for being a two-handed wielder is just making sure you don't push yourself off the ledge. If you want to jump without rolling, maybe somebody didn't know this, but you can run and then just press jump, and whatever you do not press forward. You will not roll, you'll just jump. And that'll keep you from rolling off a lot of these ledges. We're just going to soul flare this guy and pull him off the ledge so we don't have to deal with him. So while climbing this ladder, I see that spot behind us that the only way to reach that is if you jump to it. So there's going to be a chest inside of that if I remember correctly, so we'll see in just a second. And we're just going to jump down to it. And as you can see right here, there's a treasure chest inside of here. There's also one right across the way from where we're currently standing on the same level. Right here, I'm just looking around telling everybody, if the voice was working, that hey, right here when you find that first long ladder down, first Ardent Pentient Cage guy, that's when you need to pay attention for the 2 treasure chests. So this one's got a Derelium chunk, and that's why I'm covering that in this video too. It's really important. So these chunks allow you to upgrade your weapons and your shields to +10, which is the max level. The bonus stat boost is huge, so you make sure you want to get to that. From here, we have to go back to the top so we can drop down to where the spot where the other chest is at. Now you can also get these chunks from, I'm trying to remember, I can't remember if it's the PvP or assisting. I want to say, yeah, it's the assisting guy. So if you are in Skyrest Bridge and you go down to the bottom where the 2 NPC guards are at, if you have the coins, I can't think of their exact name, but if you have a bunch of those coins, you can actually buy chunks. And I think that's from assisting other players. I haven't tried that yet. I do need to get a tips and tricks video out just to go over some of the like random things that I didn't know that would have really helped me out throughout the game. So we're going to drop down right here, and then you'll find the next treasure chest. And inside of here is the Rebirth Chrysalis, which would have saved us 8,000 Viger, but we went ahead and bought one anyways from Molu. And now it's just a way of making our way back down to the tower. We've already gone over that, so I'm going to cut that part out. There's nothing else that I can remember from here to the bottom, but if there is, I'll cut it back in. And we're at the bottom of the tower, guys, so once we reach the seed patch, we're going to put down the seed, get ready for the next boss fight, which is at the bottom of this tunnel that we're currently in. And we're going to call the episode here, so as always, if you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the bad audio. We'll get that fixed out here in the next couple episodes.